Hey, it's Dr. Dunaway with Chiro Strength, and this is a video series for the blog, A Traveler's Guide to Being Pain-Free in Fitness. So, one of the things I talk about adding to your travel bag is this body band. The company's name is Body Band with this, but essentially it's just a big rubber band. There's a lot of companies that make this. You can get a package of like 4 of them for 45 bucks or so. But put one of these in your travel bag, and let me show you a few mobility and strengthening tools that you can use this for. So I'm going to anchor this as if I was anchored on a door handle. So I'm going to anchor this on a door handle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to step through with one leg and bring it all the way up to the butt cheek right here. And now what I'm going to do is get in this half kneeling position and just kind of relax, let my pelvis be pulled forward, and it's really going to open up my hip, because the way this hip's sitting, as we're driving or sitting on a plane or traveling, our hip flexors get real tight. So being able to relax into this stretch for 4 or 5 breaths and then kind of come out, hinge back, and slowly get pulled back in. Sit in this position for 20-30 seconds, and then come out to the side. So now it's really high up in the groin, and what I'm going to do is let this kind of pull my hip out as I come forward again. So I'm still kind of doing this forward thrust with my pelvis, but now I'm getting distracted out, and I just lean away, open up everything in here, and it will really be a good way to get the hips loosened up after a long day of traveling. Now, some of the other things you can do. Usually when we travel, our shoulders get pulled anterior like this, and we're kind of in this position here, and we do it for a long time. It's essentially an isometric contraction for the pecs and for the core right here. And so what we want to do is we want to do some other isometrics that get us back into this good positioning. So again, anchoring to a door handle, I'm going to stay in this half kneeling position, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my elbow towards my belt line here. Shoulder's going to stay down, my palms facing the ceiling. I'm really trying to set the shoulder blade down and back. Feel this lat activation, and I'm going to try and squeeze that shoulder blade back towards the spine. And I'm just going to hold this. I'm going to hold this contraction for anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds, and then slowly let out and relax. And then come back here and do this again. Again, making sure the shoulder is not up in your ear and it's down. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So that's a really good way to get a good isometric contraction to offset the amount of stress that comes from driving or having those hands typing on a computer or something like that. And it's a really good way to reset the muscle tone so we don't get pulled into this position with our head forward. Some other real quick things you can do with this. You can do kind of a double row like this, and again, trying to activate the back muscles, take some stress off the front of the muscles. And you can also use, if you want to do push-ups or something like that, from a standpoint of just getting a good workout in, a body weight workout in the room, you can put this around your back, and now you have this resisted push-up that you can do. Very versatile. That's probably like 4 or 5 things you can do. But this thing will be your best friend if you're traveling a lot, because you can use it anywhere. So the other videos that are coming along with this blog, you can kind of follow that. If you haven't seen the blog yet, I'll link in the description below. And there'll be some other tools that you could travel with and just tips on how to stay pain-free during your travel. Any questions? Comment below. Shoot me an email at drdunaway@chirostrength.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll get some more tips there. And like I always say, don't just mend, transcend. Thanks, guys.